Hi.
Hi, Paul.
How you doing?
How are you? Hey,
Hi.
Paul, this is my wife.
Hi.
Hello.
And
Nice
this
to
is
meet
our
you
son,
too.
Isaac.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And then our other daughter, I told you, is in college. So she's out of the home for a while. And our dog's running around here for a while. Making a mess.
Yep.
How have you been? You okay?
Very much so.
Hanging in there? Good. Glad to hear it. So I was telling my family some about you. I'm just telling you, Ike, how you like to write. What kind of
fiction,
stories did you like to write?
Alternate realities of a reality that's already been created.
Oh, that's fun. Isaac likes to write too.
What did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I couldn't
Say that
glitch
again?
out.
Just the scribble here and there, nothing too big.
He likes to write
Yeah.
Small stuff.
small stuff too.
But it's mostly anime
You said
themed
what?
things you like to write, or
Yeah.
it's
what
mostly
I'm good
anime
at.
that you like to write? I see.
That's cool.
Have you ever watched the show Doctor Who?
No. I've heard of it, but I've never
You
watched
ever heard
it.
of that? Okay. I bet you would like it. Ike's a really big fan of that.
Me too.
Oh yeah, so is Kim.
Science fiction and fantasy
Kinda
is
like
my
that
thing,
around
yeah.
here. Yeah. What's your favorite show?
Anime-wise, or just in general? My Hero Academia has
Either
been a
one.
favorite for years.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I've watched all the way to the
beginning of
fifth.
the 4th season.
They came out with the sixth, I think last year or the year before. It was the biggest season of them all because it was the war arc.
Really?
My sister was the one who introduced me to it back when I was in Oklahoma, but I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah.
I had cosplay as the main character.
Cool.
All right. Some of what you guys talked about are a little over my head. Yeah. I'm not the sci-fi nerd that they are, but
A little bit.
You do
I don't have a
cosplay?
lot,
Is that
but
what you're saying?
what I do have, I enjoyed. Yep.
That's fun.
Awesome. Well, tell us. Can you tell
I
us
was
a bit more
born in
about
North
where
Carolina.
were you born at, Paul? North Carolina. And then you threw out Oklahoma there. I didn't, where all of you lived?
Here, North Carolina, it was either Putnam City or War Acres. I can't remember which. And then Edmond. Yeah.
And those that are in Oklahoma? I see. All right. Did your whole family live in Oklahoma? And you eventually moved to
After
Michigan?
my dad and mom, and dad and Shanda split up, a little while later she moved up here to start college.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, no.
I don't need to pry. If there's something you don't want to talk about, you let me know, Paul. I'm just
that kind of thing.
trying to get to know you a little better. Okay. All right.
Favorite states that you've lived in?
Not particularly. I wouldn't say they're the same, but I don't have a particular favorite. Yeah. I've been to Florida and Washington. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh.
The state of Washington?
My dad was born there.
Holy cow.
My dad was born there. I was visiting my great-grandparents. They lived on a farm that the family owned. Mint and dill.
Wow, that's neat.
Yeah. So.
tell us about, you said you missed when your grandma passed away. You really missed her. And it was a bit of a blow for you. Tell us about her.
Back when we lived in
She was a
North
big part of your
Carolina,
life?
almost every day was spent at my grandparents' house. I remember we'd wake up in the morning and she'd make pancakes that was spelled in the letters of our name. Yeah.
Really? Well, that's a
Yep.
caring
I remember
person. Just right away
they
you
had a
can tell
wood
that.
stove for
They
like
go to that
heating,
trouble.
and at one point I placed my hand on top of it. Yeah, I burned myself pretty bad.
Uh-oh.
She was there to comfort me. Another time
Yeah.
I was trying to go down their gravel drive walk on the toy four-wheeler they had, and the front wheels hit a rock and tipped me forward. Busted my head open. Not badly that I needed stitches or anything, but, you know, she was there to comfort me and everything. She was a very godly woman.
Nice.
When did she pass away?
I want to say it was about
Remember?
5 or 6 years ago. On Halloween, she passed away. Yeah.
Oh.
21.
How old are you?
I'll be 22 in April. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You got a birthday coming up.
Good month.
Kim's birthday is in April.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
April what?
19.
10th. I'm the 19th.
So Aries on the zodiac. Same.
Yep. Diamond for my stone.
All right. How long did you live in North
Until I
Carolina?
was 18.
Until you were how old?
Then I moved up here. My
okay.
Wow.
I wouldn't say it was their fault. I had problems with following rules, and my parents basically said either you can follow these rules or you can find another place to live. And of course, another thing, it wasn't their fault, but I didn't have any real life skills. I didn't know how to balance a paycheck. I didn't know how to pay rent or handle utilities or get credit on a credit card.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I had got in contact with Shanda.
Well,
I had
still
got in
struggle
contact
with
with
those
Shanda
things,
at one
Paul.
point, and just in a day of stress, raved to her, and she offered me quote-unquote sanctuary.
I see. But I can work through a spreadsheet.
I'm
easy
considering
enough.
once I get out, trying to figure out something,
So,
because honestly, I don't think I can really do another food job. I've had so many of them at this point, I'm just getting tired of it, you know. People ask me what you want for dinner, and I'll tell them what I don't want, which is the places I've worked at. Arby's, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Applebee's.
Sure.
I'm not too fond of pizza after working at Hungry Howie's. Yeah, but I figured maybe with my imagination, perhaps I could figure something out. I'm not much for drawing skills, but when it comes to writing, so long as I have a basic idea of what I want and can outline a story outline, I can create a pretty impressive story.
that's neat.
Isaac's working at a pizza place right now.
But we don't ever grow tired of pizza around
The thing
here.
is, at all of the jobs
like
I've worked, you get one free meal a day. So, and after a free meal a day of fast food, it just gets kind of, bleh. Very much so.
Yeah, a little boring.
Yeah. Go to college? Have you ever
No,
had a chance to do any college work
I don't think I had the grades to do so.
Yeah.
I tried physics in junior year and
Yeah.
flunked that hard. I didn't understand what the heck was going on in that class.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, that's a complicated
And
topic.
here I had been thinking, after seeing some people in there, it was just a bunch of projects and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like somebody threw complicated math and science together, and it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could do math, I can do algebra.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But the physics is a nightmare.
Well, if you can do algebra, you can get through physics eventually. But there's lots of courses to take, like at a community college. You know, you can learn graphic design,
Very much
things
so.
like that.
I play Minecraft and Roblox a lot on the outs.
Yeah.
You have a Minecraft question for me?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Do you have a favorite? Did you do
The-
Bedrock or Java
Java or
on Minecraft?
which one? Sorry. No, I know the
That's
two
okay if you
different
don't know what those are.
versions.
I do too.
I wouldn't say I have a favorite. For the most part, I played on my tablet, and when I got a computer, I played on that.
Yeah.
I've been,
I've only ever played on the computer
I've,
and Xbox myself. So
I've always wanted to get some of the like crazy mods I've seen on YouTube. I've seen ones where zombies can dig, place blocks, and TNT. Have you ever heard of Scramblecraft?
Certainly.
You got to take everything you know about Minecraft and throw it out the window because everything is scrambles. You walk through another portal, you could end up in some dimension you don't even know what is. You got to be careful when you throw a snowball because it might turn into an ender portal. And when it rains, random objects fall from the sky. Not to mention they throw in a bunch of mods, so it's not just, you know, basic Minecraft.
Wow.
There's a lot more bosses
intense.
too, other than just the Ender Dragon. And oh,
You see
he's
our dog?
adorable.
This is our dog Scarlet, Paul.
What kind?
Aw, thanks. She's a hound mix, maybe a foxhound, we're not sure. We got her from
I honestly couldn't
Humane
tell you very much
Society,
about
so.
dog breeds. The only thing I could really tell is whether someone's got an English style or an American style lab. English styles are
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
We had one. His name was Aslan. He was my buddy.
Yeah.
It was my
cool
mother's
name for your dog.
choice. It was Shanda's choice. She liked names that had meaning because they were trained for hypoglycemia alert.
Sure.
Yeah, but when he bonded with me, he was my buddy.
Neat. They're very smart.
You know, I could walk in from work. He was a chocolate lab.
Okay. Was he black?
I could walk in from work. He'd be sitting right there at the door. Hi. He could tell when I was stressed. He'd come up and he'd lay on my lap and give me pressure therapy.
That's
His sweetest thing.
Wow.
His body started shutting down a couple years back, so we didn't want him to have to suffer, so we had him put down to ensure that he didn't have to.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, we had to do that once too.
We had a big black lab for a long time, and his body
I remember
shut
I
down
actually wore,
when he got
for
older.
a while before I got arrested, I actually wore his collar around my wrist. I remember at one point I'd gone to stretch while I was walking, and you know how some light fixtures have that sort of dome that casts the light upwards? We had one of those, but the dome was broken.
Yeah.
And the shard of glass would have likely gone into the main artery of my wrist if it hadn't been for the collar. Yeah, the collar caught it. It was like,
oh my goodness.
you know, he was still there or watching.
Wow.
It caught on the collar that was on my wrist.
Or on the dog?
Shanda always liked big dogs. She just couldn't do the little bitty ones. Which I could understand at this point with how big I've gotten. I'm pretty sure if I had a Chihuahua, I'd risk unintentionally punting it across the room when I wasn't paying attention.
How tall are you?
2'6'3". I'm taller than my brother, that's for sure.
Like Isaac, he's really tall.
My older brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about Nolan real quick, if we can. I was watching the video of when they sentenced Shanda.
I did not see
And I
it,
saw
no.
it. Did you see that by chance, or? Okay. A lot of what I saw really worried me for you. I just, well, I'll just leave that there.
Very much so.
Do you get along with your brother still, Paul? Is he hoping that you're going to be
I don't know about freed, but
soon,
he's,
or?
you know, like I am, he's hoping for the best, but expecting the worst.
Okay. I'm going to send you a postcard here soon with my contact information. Would you be able to tell me how to get a hold of Nolan? With
yeah,
an
I could do
address,
that.
an email, or a phone number? Okay. I would like you to do that. Just tell me how to get a hold of Nolan. Do you have any other family that's trying to help you, like an aunt or uncle?
I haven't really talked to my Uncle David or Aunt Linda. They're, my Uncle David is Shanda's sister. I don't exactly know which side he's on. I haven't had any sort of contact with him. And nothing really on my dad's side that I've had contact with either. My dad sends money when he can for commissary, but at the moment his work is kind of, you know, slow.
Yeah.
And my stepmother has to basically live from paycheck to paycheck. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he and my stepmother are divorced, but they are roommates still.
Oh. All right. Did your dad, has he been involved at all in Shanda's trial?
My stepmother up here to watch Shanda's trial, yes. And they both visited with me a little bit after. Yeah.
Did they? Okay.
And
all right. I'm sorry to ask.
Yes.
Your dad, that's Timothy's dad too? Is he Tim? Okay.
And my sister, who you probably also saw, does not want anything to do with me.
Yeah, I saw that, Paul. It was hard to listen to that. She seems to be angry towards you as well. Did you get along with her?
We mostly just stayed out of each other's way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she younger than you?
I guess of the biological siblings now, I'm the middle. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to try, when I get your postcard back, I'm going to try and get a hold of Nolan. I think we got to start moving pretty quick here, because you said your
26th
sentencing
of
is
February.
the 27th? All right.
I'll also have to contact him and ensure that that's okay with him, if that's all right. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you can just explain who I am and how our family's trying to help you, and I would just like a very friendly conversation with him, just find out what his thoughts are and such. You know, I'll just, hopefully he'll want to talk to me, or he'll let me email him or something. That's my goal. That would be best. All right. Well, we got about 4 minutes left here. I was thinking, because your trial date or your sentencing's coming close, I'm going to try and just keep in contact with you more frequently now, just to get updates.
Yeah,
can
that'll work.
Contact you Monday at 1 o'clock? All right. When we're done with this, then Monday I'll set up an appointment for Monday at 1. I'll probably Monday put some more money in your commissary, if that's okay. Okay. And yes, then Monday also I'll drop in the mail. I'll try to this postcard with our contact information. Maybe I'll have Isaac's email on there too if you want to try and contact.
Just a heads up, it'll probably at least take a couple of days to get to me because the guards here can be stingy.
Yeah, you safe there, Paul?
I am. I'm in the protected pod. Yeah. Mostly it's
okay.
CSC and other stuff like that. People who are older and more, I guess not frail, but more likely to be victimized by bigger, younger inmates.
Yeah. We're really worried for you. We pray for you because that's a very hard environment. I've never been in jail, but I've worked with some really hard convicts before, so I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. Is there anything in particular you need from the commissary? Or?
Yeah, I mean...
Are you staying warm at night? Or?
I wouldn't say I need a pillow. I mean, I have a makeshift one because the pillows on the commissary are like $35, which is ludicrous.
Yeah?
Vinyl.
They better be really soft pillows.
I know, and that is a lot of money for a pillow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do here.
I'm probably also, I'm going to be sending letters, I tried to get envelopes and paper and pens when I can, but it's hard to get some of that too because they keep raising prices. Infuriating.
Yeah.
And it's not just because of inflation, it's because they want more money. That's just how this jail works.
Right.
Sure. Well, all right. I can't think of anyone else want to say something before we hang up?
Nice to meet you both.
No, it was nice to meet you, Paul. Get to know you a little bit. Yeah.
I will.
Just take care.
Yeah, and if you can think of anyone else I know that I can reach out to,
Joanne.
Maybe ask her if I can contact her as well. I mean, the more people, I'm going to start trying to get a lot more people involved in this. So, and hopefully just have a lot of people sending messages to the judge that you're really not a bad person. You're a very good person, and you just had to grow up in a twisted environment for a while. But you love Timothy, and I don't know. We'll just try and work all that out once we get you out.
Got to take it one day at a time for now.
All right. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we better hang up. It's about to run out in 30 seconds here. But you hang in there, buddy, and I'll talk to you again Monday, okay?
Bye.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, Paul. All right.
Hi. Sorry. They didn't let me out until now.
Paul. That's all right. How are you?
Yep. I have both my brother and Joanne's permission to give you contact info.
That's awesome. Awesome, really.
I'm able to both call, text, I'm able to call, text, and email Joanne, and call and text my brother.
All right.
There's
How are you able to text?
There's a texting app. It's Secure Mobile.
Go ahead. Do you have a cell phone in there?
Tablet.
Oh, awesome. All right. Good. Well, I just I put in the mail my contact information, the card. So hopefully you'll get that in a few days, but I could Were you able to give me like your brother's contact right now, or?
I only have his phone number, but I think that should be enough.
Let's do that. Absolutely.
Um,
That was Nolan. Do you have for Joanne? Do you have an email?
It up right now. She texted it to me just the other day.
See, while you're looking, I didn't realize. Do you have an email?
I have an email outside, yes, but not in here.
Oh. Okay,
you
so
could.
I can't email you right
an
now.
Emailing app on the tablets. Here it is. So it's at hotmail.com. She says to put my first name as the subject line.
Okay. I can do that. So I'm gonna.
Yep.
First, I just want
just
to talk
heads
to your
up,
brother.
Today should be actually a good day to call him a little while later on, but for the most part, at the moment, I think he's working heavily, so he doesn't have a lot of time to himself.
Okay. Sure. All right. Does he? I was watching when I watched the sentencing for Shanda. Nolan had said that he put his career on hold. Is he going to school?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, I'm just curious. Just always wondering if someone's in my field or something, what field they're in.
Yep.
They're working on. Are you communicating with anyone else besides these two that I can? I'm going to try and
my dad
network
and my
people
stepmother,
here.
but unfortunately I haven't been able to get in contact with them right now. They've probably been busy with work, so once I do, I can try and get there okay for them to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that Nolan will join me in like writing the judge, and did he say anything about being there for your sentencing? No, he had to get back
for work.
Okay. So Isaac and I, my son, we're going to try and be there.
So should Joanne.
Well, we should be there. Okay. All right. That's good to know. I wanted to get my commissary. Oh,
I haven't checked.
All right. I put some more in there. I tried to put in a little extra, so hopefully you can get a pillow. But just make sure, because I'm always nervous about systems like that. I want to make sure that you're getting the money I put in there, and that it's not going to someone else. So next time we talk, just let me know if you did receive that. All right, I wanted to switch gears here. If I can just we were talking Saturday, just getting a little bit of your past, your history. And I was hoping if it's okay to get some more background information like that. So you were in North Carolina until you were 18.
Until I was 18, from the time I was about 5 or 6.
Okay. So you lived in North Carolina from your birth till you were about 5 or 6, you think? Okay. There's my notepad. Then. From there you moved to Oklahoma. Were you?
Yeah.
Still
when we
with
first
both
moved
parents?
there,
Okay. At what point, Paul, you had told me that when you turned 18, you were having,
Yeah.
it looked like you were going to either get kicked out of your home or you had to
Not Shanda.
follow
My dad's
Shanda's rules.
stepmother.
Something like that. Do I understand that right?
Shanda was up here by that point. She's been up here for years.
Okay. Okay. So you were living with your dad and stepmother until you were 18? And your dad felt that it was time for you to either leave, the house, and you asked Shanda if you could live with her?
Like I said, Saturday, it was either I could follow the simple rules that they set, or I could get out. Unfortunately, I had no life skills whatsoever.
Sure.
Do you remember me telling you about that?
Sure. I mean, that's actually a key point you're just mentioning to me. I think it's a key point. You're given an ultimatum of following the rules.
I mean, I paid like $200 a month out of my paychecks, which was nearly half. I was working 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I had little to no time to myself.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, boy, I'm not even sure where to follow up with that. When you were living with your dad and stepmom, were your other siblings there too?
Nolan was removed at 12 or 13 due to some family stuff that I'm not comfortable talking about. And
Sure.
I don't have his permission to talk about either.
Sure.
But afterwards,
Sure.
he went to live with my grandparents in North Carolina, where he's lived in North Carolina ever since, got married and everything.
I see.
They're
everything okay there? Why are those 2 guys hanging out behind you? Oh, okay. I got you. All right. So when you went to live with Shanda, then was your sister there
Millie,
too?
No. Yeah.
I didn't know her name.
She was.
I'm a little worried about her, to be honest with you, Paul. I'm worried she might.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that.
She doesn't seem to like you very much, and I'm worried she might tell the judge this or think that you don't deserve to be free. So I'm just trying to understand
as far
that a little better. That's why
I'm
I'm
concerned,
asking you
she's
questions.
not going to be coming up here for my sentencing.
Okay. I was going to ask Nolan if he thought, I was worried that she might come up there to tell the judge to keep you in jail.
I have no idea either.
I don't know.
But back in Oklahoma, we weren't we weren't at each other's throats, but we weren't friendly. It was more like we just stayed out of each other's way.
Sure. All right. When's the last time you spoke to your attorney, your defender there?
Last week or the week before.
Joshua, that's his name.
Yeah. Right after. He said what?
He's staying in touch with you?
Yeah, more or less.
He's staying in touch with you? Do you feel, Paul, that he's being helpful? That he really wants to
maybe
see
not
you
free. To be honest, sometimes I don't even feel worthy of just being freed, but he's at least trying to, he's not trying to throw me under the bus like Shanda was. He's trying to at least make sure I get a fair, good sentence. He's made sure that I can't be charged any other charges. Can't be charged for murder.
Okay. Did he, how long after the arrest and then you met Joshua, did he schedule a psych evaluation for you?
It wasn't actually until recently after a little while before or after Shanda's sentencing.
That's what I thought, yeah. Okay. And did he explain to you why he thought the best course for you was to plead guilty and not have a trial?
If I took it to trial, I'd say there was a lot more evidence against me than for me, and I also would have risked having to deal with extra charges.
I see. I see. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get a hold of this guy. Doesn't seem like he has much of a practice. I mean, most lawyers I know,
Yeah.
you want to get a hold of them, you can, no problem. But I'll continue to try. All right. I can't think of any other questions right now that are important. I want to try and communicate to the judge that, oh wait, I want to address something else. Paul, I want to encourage you to try and get rid of those feelings like you don't deserve to be free, buddy. I know you feel guilty, and that's actually a good sign for you. I imagine it's obvious you feel guilty. But you're also under some really hard circumstances. And, you know, this is something that maybe we can talk about later in more detail, but it's just, I don't believe, my wife doesn't believe that you wanted to hurt Timothy.
No.
There were times maybe of anger, but this is, I believe, compelled more out of fear. It's very clear that Shanda is not a nice person at all. And alongside, there's a lot of people that aren't nice, but she's also seems very manipulative and
from what I heard at the
spiteful
trial,
or
she
angry.
tried to throw everything on me.
So, yes, she did. I suspect that she was thinking of throwing this on you long before Timothy passed away. Just talking this over, well, we have an attorney here as well. He's a good friend of mine. So we just discussed this and, you know, watched some of your videos. The prosecuting attorney there, he told me there was a video, Matthew is his name. He said that there's a video of you pulling Timothy out of his room by his hair.
I honestly
did Shanda
don't even
take that video?
remember that video. I don't remember that moment.
Really? Interesting. Okay. That's interesting to know.
I know it's been a while, but I feel like I would remember something like that.
Yeah? All right. I'm glad you told me this. I'm going to look into this then as best as I can. I mean, right now, Paul, I've never done this before. I've never contacted someone like you or so I'm sort of what I'm trying to explain is I'm learning as I go here. But I know how to organize people and things. And so I'm going to talk with the two names you've given me. And there's some other networks out there, some organizations that I think would be willing to help. And I'm going to start assessing what the best step would be to help you. But I think all of this determines on, I don't know if I want to do all this now until we know what the sentence is. You know, because I really don't want to upset the judge or make this defensive or personal for him or the prosecuting attorney. So I'm just going to try and reach out to the judge some more and just trying to establish if I can get an idea of where the wind's blowing here, what direction he might be going. And if I think it's a really bad direction, then we'll try and get a lot more people involved. So, all right. Well, that's probably all I need to ask you about just the personal life.
Yeah,
Is your brother
Matthews.
living in North Carolina now? Or? Oh, I don't know
Matthews,
Matthew. I'm
North
sorry.
Carolina.
Nolan. Where's Nolan
living?
Oh, sorry. Okay. Gotcha.
No.
Do you have access at all to the internet?
There's Wi-Fi for stuff, but
On
there's
your-
no actual
no.
internet. A court case there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I got a law library, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not
Well,
like
actually,
I can really use that very much.
Okay.
I don't understand stuff like that.
So we actually have two different places right now. So I stay in an apartment here during the week, and then I go home on the weekends. Yeah. And we're probably going to get a second home here, vacation style home. But we'll see.
Yep.
We're thinking about that. But that might, just to give you a little explanation why I'm only home with the wife and family on the weekends, really. But I'm not too far away. If there's an emergency, I can head home anytime. If she calls me and tells me the dog won't quit barking, I might have to drive home. And
did Isaac manage to get a hold of my
something.
friend quite yet, or?
Yeah. Not yet. You didn't happen to have any contact?
Unfortunately not, no. Everything I had it was either on my phone or something in texts from Messenger. That's how I got her phone number.
Sure. Well,
I don't remember it, no.
You have her phone number?
Unfortunately. I'd say that you could probably try and find it on a phone, but my phone and tablet are locked up in evidence.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm even ever going to get those back.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Well, I gave him her name. And he's going to start just searching.
Her picture, last I checked, it was like a sort of drawing of a cat girl with green eyes, like glowing emerald green eyes, because she has green eyes.
Yeah?
Oh.
Okay. All right. Well, we're running out of time. We're down to a minute and a half. But, yeah, I'll have Isaac do a general, attempt to search for her, and maybe message her on Facebook or something if he can locate her. Yeah, then do the rest of this week. I'm going to try and get a hold of these other two people. I'm going to send the judge another letter just on why I think if he were to allow you to be free, if you wanted our help, we'd be willing to extend that to you, my family, and tell them that. And these are all things down the road. So, you want to meet again Wednesday? Okay, is 1 o'clock okay, or is 1:30 maybe better for you? All right. Well, when I'm done here, I'll schedule a 1 o'clock appointment. If it's not available, I'll push it to 1:30 or something. All right. And then you'll let me know if you're getting that commissary. So, all right, Paul. Well, I'm glad I talked to you, and we'll talk to you again soon then, okay?
Bye.
All right, buddy. Hang in there. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.